Hello, rookie. Fancy seeing you here. You want to tell me what you're doing slacking off so much recently? Oh, trust me. Not only little birdie told me, but a lot of other higher-ups told me that you are slacking the heck off and you need some supervision, so voila, I'm here. What exactly do you need so much help with that you're so behind? I see. So, between you and me, you're not as behind as you are preoccupied. What's got you so busy? A secret case. Really? So secret that you can't tell me? Little old me? You can't? Squeak, squeak. What a dilemma I am in. Well, this is no cheese trap for me. I think what I'm going to do in my time with you is figure out exactly why you are so interested in what you are interested in. Clearly, it's distracting you so much that you can't be a good employee here anymore. So I, your superior, will give you a hand. How's that sound? Good. Well, you want to show me what I'm up against, or am I going in blind? Oh my. This is quite the stack of papers we have here. Where exactly did you get these? Sneaky, sneaky. So you've been... You've been sneaking around other offices and slowly collecting documents to put this together? How do you know all of this relates? Are you sure you're not just stealing random things off of people's desks? You're not? Okay, well at least I know where the paper thief went. You know, rookie, people are going to be pretty upset that you're doing this. You better have a good reason for it. So let me in. The door's closed. You're in here to be supervised. No one cares what happens behind closed doors. They trust me to whip you back up into shape, and I will do exactly that, but I really do need to know what this is. No. As much as I'd like to say I've already been involved, there's nothing about these papers that strikes a memory or rings a bell. I mean, I'm looking at them, and there's really no correlation that I'm drawing. Just a codenamed cherry blossom. Yeah, the folder you've shoved everything into. I'm just a little confused at why you're so interested in this. This isn't your department. You're not trained for things like this, rookie. So, if you have nothing to offer me, I'm going to politely ask you return these papers to everybody in the office. You have no use for them. Trust me, there are people who handle things like this. You have other important work to do. So please, do it for me and go focus on what you actually need to do. Defiant. Well, my break is coming up. How about we break together? You can bring these files with you, and we can meet at one of the patios. Trust me, around this time, no one else is breaking, so as long as you want to come with me. Right. Grab your stuff then. I am in for a ride, I assume. After you. You are very welcome. So, whatever I'm in for, I assume that it's something very, very important. Fill me in. Right? Codename Cherry Blossom. So you already have a suspect. A Hoshimi family associate. I see. Can I take a look at your evidence? Or is that a secret too? Thank you. So, I gotta be honest, Rookie, I don't feel like we're working with a lot here. You have some blurry images of someone. Scratched out notes. Something's definitely going on. I'm just not sure if you're on the right track. Yes. There's been a lot of violence lately. Trafficking of this certain material. We're not really sure what it is yet, but we know it's dangerous. No Eridu hasn't seen something like this before. It's some kind of Etherium. This vial that works like a weird parasite. Yeah, as you can tell, it's pretty dangerous. So that actually is the only part of this case file you've put together that I am aware of. But I'm not sure what conclusion you're drawing here. Given the evidence that you have, I'm not really sure if that's accurate. I don't want to burst your bubble, Rookie. You just have to be careful. And, to be honest, I don't want you getting kicked out of the office. Yeah, you've done good work. I know you have because I've seen you in the field in action. So, I know your presence is worth it here. I wouldn't want you getting kicked out over something like this. Right. Well, let's dive a little deeper. The evidence you have to support this theory that an associate of the Hoshimi family is behind all of this Etherium, whether it be the selling of it, merchandising, or, God forbid, creation of it, you have almost nothing here. Rookie, a gut feeling isn't going to cut it. You know that. I know you know that. So, given all of this, the lead being the Hoshimi family, what's your next step? Don't tell me you're gonna sit in your office all day for weeks on end trying to wrap your little head around this. No help, no team, no assistance. And what? You're gonna crack the case all by yourself? Yeah, I didn't think so. You need a team, and for better or for worse, you are stuck with me. You want to get geared up? Or are we gonna play chicken for the rest of the week? That's what I like to hear, Rookie. Now, come along. We can clock in again early. Oh, sorry. We're not leaving quite yet. I'm grabbing coffee first. If you want some, I already put a cup on. Well, a few cups on. Before I came to grab you in the first place. So, why don't we sit down? Let's chat about what the next steps are. Oh, Rookie, if only you knew who runs the stuff around here. Of course, I don't need to ask for clearance. If I know this might be a good lead or related to something we're working on, I know I'd rather get ahead of it than wait it out. Of course, if we come back empty-handed, it's going to be pretty unfortunate. But then again, if we don't, things are looking good for you and me, so I don't see much of a loss. Hey, we'll both write it off as in pursuit of this Etherium situation. All's fine and dandy. I'm sure you'll be fine. What? So worried? Why? You genuinely thought I was coming to fire you. Well, lucky for you, I don't have that kind of power. Even if I did, if I've seen you on the job and doing good work recently, why would I fire you? Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. Slacking off to the degree that you have been is kind of digging yourself your own grave. But to each their own. The grind for this case has been quite taxing on you, and I'm acknowledging that. I think everybody should if they know that you're trying to tackle the bigger issue, but not everyone wants to sit down with you and see what you have to say. I'm glad I can give you the time of day. Regardless, you still need to be careful about what you're dedicating your time to. I know it is most likely an important effort in the grand scheme of things, but right now, all they see is a newbie who wants to bite off more than they can chew. And if they don't know what you're researching, they just think you're playing games or passing time in a way that is extremely inefficient and might get you on the chopping block next. So, let's prevent that, shall we? So, here's what I'm thinking. We go and visit the Hoshimi family under the guise that we heard word there may be some suspicious figures on the property. I'm sure Miyabi wouldn't mind working with us on this. She can convince the family to be a little more lax while we're there. We don't want anyone getting too suspicious, and we most definitely don't want anyone running. I mean, to an extent that would actually be nice. Then we know who we're going to be running after, but for the sake of how huge this is, we want our person alive and able to be cornered. Too much breathing room would be very, very bad. Think of it like a maze. If he were a little mouse, we need to carve the maze ourselves. Only we should know how it works, where to go, and how it ends. They shouldn't know anything. And I know we've gone undercover before. This time we won't be. Of course, I'll be in a different disguise, under a different pseudonym, but you will be yourself. We're not playing any crazy characters, we're more so acting to be rookies. Both of us this time, from PubSec. Shouldn't be too hard for you, just don't act like you're too experienced. The less experienced we seem, the less intimidated everyone will be, more relaxed the environment, and hey, maybe we'll get some kind of rude comment out of them. But we need something. If we have nothing to work with continuously, we are quite literally going to be bashing our heads against the wall, trying to figure this out. And with all the work I already handle, I really don't feel like doing more. But this is for you. You shouldn't doubt that you're that important to me. You should know you are by now. Anyway, I will come get you in a bit. We need to head out soon for sure, but things don't go as planned. We will head out tomorrow morning. Glad you asked that question. No, I will not be driving yet again. I think Zhou Yuan or Qing Yi will be driving. Be a little more convenient if Miyabi would, but she is part of a different sector entirely, so I'm not sure how long it's going to take to get her in on this. So maybe tomorrow morning is just much better. Yes. Right then. Now that I've figured out the issue, and we know where we're going from here, I think we're good. Don't slack off anymore today, okay? We'll handle all of this tomorrow, and I will be right there with you, figuring out what's going on. You don't need to worry about anything. It'll be alright, I'm sure. Plus, combat-wise, you have nothing to worry about if I've got your back. So, keep working, and I'll pick you up tomorrow. Well, in a sense. This was fun, but maybe next time you decide to pursue a case solo, let me in on it. I can help more than you think. Good. As long as you know that now, I think we're all set. See you tomorrow, rookie. Don't let the insomnia bite too hard.